오전에 몰래 거기 갔다 왔지. 도서관 출입 금지구역. 거기 갔다 와서 이제 피그 교수님한테 다시 가야 돼. 원래 피그 교수님이랑 같이 가기로 했는데 이것 봐라. 캐논 아니야 이거? 캐논? 잠깐만 이거 저작권 아씨 잠깐만 저작권 있을 수도 있어 저거. 도망가. 킹작권 못 이기지 내가. 이쪽인가? 밤의 호그와트 모습이구만 이게. 여기 미니 퀘스트 하나 있네. 교수님, 저 왔습니다. 근데 이 교수님은 자리에 있는 적이 한 번도 없어. 봐봐. 없을걸? 안에 아마? 응? 뭐야? 여기 아니야? 시작. 응? 책과 실현? 피그 교수에게 책을 가지고 가세요. 누구...
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look.
뭐야. 찢어져 있어.
Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
마법부에는 뭐라고 말씀하실 겁니까?
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
계속 우리끼리만 알고 있는 게 좋을 것 같다. 그러다가 우리가 죽으면 어떡해.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
맞는 말. 교수님. 여기 안 채워놓으셨네. 이것도 가져가고 싶긴 한데, 눈치껏. 제가 나중에 눈치껏 가져갈게요.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
오케이. 나싸이. 네티가 방금 부엉이 우편을 보내 로어 호스필드 마을에서 만나자고 요청했다. 그곳이 어디요? 세계 지도까지 봐야 됩니까? 야씨, 왜 이렇게 넓어? 이거 런던도 갈 수 있나? 하일랜드 지도입니다. 지도의 대부분은 안개로 덮여있어 시야를 제한합니다. 마을은 곳곳에 존재하는 작은 공동체입니다. 이곳은 로어 호그스필드. 마을에서는 새로운 상인, 플루불꽃, 보조 퀘스트 및 수집품을 찾을 수 있습니다. 오, 두근두근하구만. 탐험을 진행하여 지도 속의 안개를 제거하고 새로운 장소 및 마을, 지하 감옥, 도적 캠프 등을 찾아보세요. 굿굿.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
바빠. 야씨. 나중에 시험 공부도 시키는 거 아니야? 이러면은 게임 소리랑 이게 맞나? 게임 소리를 너무 작게 했나? 내가 말하는 크기랑 게임 소리 밸런스랑 이게 좀 어느 정도 맞아야 될 텐데. 아, 큐티님 어서 오십시오. 이거 저 지금 게임 소리가 적당한가요? 또 이걸 약간 볼륨을 또 혼자 만지고 왔거든요. 게임 소리랑 이게 잘 맞으려나? 일단 진행을 좀 더 해보자. 오라고 하는 사람들이 많았어. 여기에 퀘스트에서 요거 약초 수업, 그 다음에 여기로도 오라고 했고, 와가두에서 온 소녀. 아이고, 호그와트 지도. 이거는 뭐였지? 그 다음에 약초 수업 들으라고 했고, 천문학동은 왜 표시돼 있지? 뭐부터 가야 될지 모르겠네. 천문학동 내가 잘못 누른 건가? 딱히 오라고 했던 게 없었던 것 같은데? 아, 호그와트를 눌러서 길 안내가, 아, 그렇구나. 잘못된 거구나. 세계지도 누르고 이거를 이렇게 풀어놓으면은 이제 없다. 오케이. 우연히 자물쇠 걸려있네. 아, 감사합니다. 그 다음에 뭐 약초학수업. 역시 난 학생이니까.
What are you up to now?
학생이니까 수업을 들어야지. 위층인가? 아래층인가 보네. 저도 지금 다시 커스터마이징 하는 중입니다. 또 하나, 이미 하나 엔딩 보고 또 이제 달리시려고 하시나 보네요. 이번에 기숙사 어디 하실 예정이십니까? 근데 그 마법사 말고 그 마녀도 있던데, 마녀도 결국에는 그냥 호그와트 다니는 건가? 슬리데린도 매력있지. 아무리 봐도 그리핀도르랑 슬리데린이 약간 주축인 것 같아. 양대 산맥. 이 기타 양반 존잘이야. 아마 이거 호그와트 학생들 사이에서 유명할 듯. 기타 양반. 아직 변경 안 돼요?
This cannot possibly be as difficult
나중에
as it seems.
DLC나 이런 걸로 나오려나? 여기가 약초 수업하기 딱 좋게 생겼는데? 오. DLC는 아니고 제 생각이지만 패치 주지 않을까. 그랬으면 좋겠다. DLC는 또 돈 내야 되잖아요. 온실.
She growing Punja's onion again.
소리는 어떠신가요 지금? 게임 소리랑 저랑 그 목소리랑 잘. 오, 지금 괜찮아요? 굿굿. 오케이. 렛츠고. 너무 좋나요? 나이스. 뭐야, 사탕 주는 건가?
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class.
사탕은 아니구나.
A little treat for your auntie. Hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We
100%.
do look forward to growing together.
아니 근데 교수님 이름이
How
갈릭이야.
thrilling it is to have everyone back together again.
갈릭이라고?
This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement,
마늘
but the
교수님 아니야,
most
그러면? 마늘
important thing
교수님?
cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The
갈릭
prudent
소스.
herbologist is no more afraid of the
마늘
venomous
교수.
tentacular than the bouncing bowl. Now then,
한국
today
사람인가?
we will
마늘
be
교수야?
acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
그거 소리 지르는 그건가? 만드라고란가
Now,
그게?
everyone, grip the
Mandrake.
mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
뽑아야 돼 내가 직접? 자. 아니 뭐야
Quickly, take your mandrake in the new pot and pack out the soil.
아니 저 정도면은
The soil
맨드레이크
should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
이렇게 고치는 그런구나.
I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
그러게 말입니다. 귀가 먹는 줄 알았어요.
I'll say. Nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement.
오케이.
Niffler's fancy.
재배 테이블에서 꽃 박하 심어. 이거 아까 그 화분
Dittany's
아니야?
restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
오케이.
Pardon me, Professor. What am I supposed to do with the dittany seeds?
Your part in all this floral alchemy is simple. Take the seeds to your potting table, plant them, and then wait for harvest time.
그 꽃 연금술이 아니라 그냥 재배 아닌가요? 왜 연금술이지 이게? 그거 우리는 그냥 농사라고 하는데 꽃박하 선택 9분을 기다려라? 연금술 맞네. 이게 뭐야? 구름이 막 생기고 막 이건 연금술이지 이거.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
아니 뭔 양배추가 이빨도 있나? 이 친구인가? 가자.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
응? 이 친구 아니야? 누가 나 안내해준다 했는데?
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But you'll lead.
Chinese chomping cabbage. 그거 참 궁금하구만.
Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
응?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
또 나를 또 봐버렸구만.
Well,
아유,
thank you.
유명해 내가
I
좀.
nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
헥헥 교수님?
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor.
맞아.
You know that, of course.
이건가? 아닌데? 요 짝으로 내려가.
Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
이게 중국산 깨무는 양초?
Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Don't worry, Nurse Blaney put it back on. Trust me, you do not want to go through that.
뭐라고? 손가락을 다시 붙여줬다고? 야씨, 살벌한데?
Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
중국산 깨무는 양배추로 훈련용 인형을 공격하라. 잠깐만. 하나 더 획득. L1을 누른 상태로 R을 눌러 도구를 꺼내고 깨무는 양배추 장착. 이렇게 한 다음에 깨무는 양배추는 어떻게 던져?
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their
뭐야?
mouths on.
엄청 센데?
Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the denoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
중국산 깨무는 엄청
Vicious little bastards, aren't
깨무는가
they?
아니라 깨무
My
양배추.
kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there.
Cabbage?
Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
오케이, 돌아가자.
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
나는 깨무는 양배추 좀 챙겨갈게. 중깨양. 중국산 깨무는 양배추. 엄청 세. 내 지팡이 공격력이 6인데 막 20몇씩 달아. 내 마법보다 중국산 깨무는 양배추가 더 세. 이게 무슨 경우야 이게? 마법 배울 시간에 깨무는 양배추나 심어야겠어. 자, 일단 돌아가자. 이쪽 아닌가? 야, 여기 획득할 게 많네. 뭘 슬쩍.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves,
다 됐나?
we'll end our
아직이네.
lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
과연 이 친구는 못하는 게 뭘까?
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you.
역시 식물을 좋아하는
Well, I
사람은
suppose that's
마음이
everything.
따뜻해.
Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
약초 던. 그나저나
Mandrakes are really
내
relishing their
박하는
new pots.
4분이나 더 기다려야 되네.
Damned hearing.
딴 데 갔다 와야지. 그 다음에 갈 곳. 그 다음에 갈 곳은 아까 그 친구 만나러 가야 되나? 여기로 오라고 했어.
You must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as...
퀘스트 목록을 한번 봐볼까? 와가두 마법약 수업 출석 헥헥 교수님 엑스펠리아르무스 요것도 알려주네. 근데 우선 와가두에서 온 소녀부터 해보자 한번. 오리지널 사이즈보다 가볍고 반마리보다는 푸짐한 레귤러는 작은 거겠죠? 그것이 무엇이죠? 뭔가 먹을 것 같은데? 거기 써있어요? 어디? 나 못 본 것 같은데? 배민 보고 계시구나.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
뭐 약간 피자 같은 건가요? 반말이면은 뭔지 알겠다. 그거네. 노란 통닭 아니에요 그거? 노란 통닭 같은데? 그 막 노란 통닭 오리지널 엄청 많잖아요 그거. 그쵸? 노란 통닭. 아마 그거 레귤러가 딱 그걸걸요? 그거 약간 일반적으로 우리가 치킨 한 마리라고 생각하는 사이즈? 노란 통닭 오리지널이 한 치킨 한 마리 한 마리하고 반마리 좀 더 있는 1.5마리 정도라면 이 레귤러가 그냥 우리가 일반적으로 생각하는 한 마리양? 아마 그럴 겁니다. 그래서 만약에 좀 냉장고에 넣어놓고 나중에 더 먹을 거다 하면 오리지널 사이즈, 오늘 딱 그냥 한 끼 먹고 말 거다 하면 레귤러 사이즈. 아마 그럴 겁니다. 딱 열어주고 빵떡이 그거 까먹었다. 빵떡이가 그건가요? 뭐야 채팅 관련된 그런 건가? 이쪽으로 그거는 넣어왔거든요. 아까 전에 보니까 제가 채팅 그거 뜨는 거를 안 해놨더라고요. 여기 게임 화면에 채팅창 뜨는 거 그거 넣어왔는데 빵떡이는 또 까먹었네. 가위가위보랑 출첵 이런 게 있구나. 며칠째 팔로우인지 나온다. 괜찮은데? 해놔야겠다. 이게 되게 할 게 많아요. 이게 보니까 이 방송이 방송하시는 분들 대단한 것 같아요. 근데 진짜 하면서 점점 느끼고 있어. 쉬운 일이 아니에요. 맞아. 그래도 즐거워. 이거 뭐야? 어떻게 캐지 이거? 안 캐지네 지금은? 수업 들어야 캘 수 있나 보다. 독버섯. 나 뭐 탈 거 없나? 이렇게 걸어가야 되나? 다른 게임도 이야기하셔도 됩니다. 녹화하고 있긴 해요. 녹화하고 있긴 합니다. 알겠습니다. 이제 한 100m 정도 남았습니다. 뭔 얘기를 이렇게 멀리까지 나와서 도대체 무슨 이야기를 하려고? 닭이다. 야, 닭 진짜처럼 움직이네. 고놈 참 토실토실을 하구만.
This looks intriguing.
흥미로워, 그지? 토실토실 아주 아까 그 닭 토실토실한 게 맛있게 생겼네. 치킨 먹었는데 또 닭 먹으시게요? 아, 2번 먹으면 더
It
좋지.
is good to see you, my friend.
헬로.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
비밀로 좀 하자. 그 친구한테도 얘기한 게 약간 조금 뭐랄까? 얘기하고 나서 내가 너무 많이 얘기했나? 그런 생각이
I've never met
들더라고.
Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Sorona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
뭔 소리지?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
야, 잠깐만. 이 친구 그 불량배들한테 좀 악감정이 있나 보네. 야, 그러다가 위험해질 수 있어.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I
괜찮겠니?
had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
오케이.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
뭐야?
What's going on here?
어디? 나 안 보이는데? 저기? 낯선 일을 돕자. 뛰어.
They must have come this way. Think!
어둠의 마법사?
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be sick.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
So, the hunt begins. This is not going well for you.
자, 좋아. 자, 이제 2대1이지.
This is a fast way to get yourself killed. You know
양배추 좀 던져볼 걸 그랬나? 저건 뭐야?
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
필드 가이드 컬렉션 액션이 새로운 적 유형과 함께 갱신됐다.
Go there! Stop! We can
뭐 피하는 거였구나.
You'll take this student
Tell
off of
Rookwood to find me in town.
잠깐만. 저기요. 저 피가 없어요.
Come on, you're afraid.
What have you done?
자, 텐트를 끼고 싸워. 물약 좀 사와야겠다. 자, 이렇게 하고 나머지 한 마리 쟤는 여기서 필살기.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
그러게나 말입니다. 노라 트레드웰.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
멀린이 뭔데요?
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
여기 있다고?
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground.
여기?
Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared!
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
이거? 아니고 이거 아니고 아니면 뭐지?
Lumos.
일단 내가 가지고 있는 건 이게 끝인 듯한데? 불, 리페어?
Reparo.
You've got the Mallowsweet to work. Now, what to do about these pyres?
설마 여기에 불을 붙인다?
Incendio!
오,
The flames make the pyre sink.
여기도. 응? 아니야?
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
순서가 있는 건가? 그럼 어떻게 알지 그 순서를? 기둥은 총 하나, 둘, 세 개. 여기부터 만약에 걸면은?
Incendio!
이거 안 돼. 그 뭔가 그런 게 있는 건가? 서순? 그 다음 얘? 에?
Clearly, all three of these pyres are meant to be lit.
빨리 붙여야 되는 건가?
Incendio!
이거 안 붙네 여기. 이 친구? 그때마다 순서가 다른 건가? 유성타.
Incendio!
그 다음에 여기? 아니면 여기? 어렵쇼?
It seems the pyres sink if you don't light the others quickly enough.
뭐지? 그냥 빠르게 붙이면 장땡인 건가? 그러면 그냥 빨리 붙이면 되네.
How beautiful!
뭐야 저거. 사람 모양인데?
What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now I've got what I needed, I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
멀린의 시험? 멀린이 뭔데? 그리고 이거 이제 끝이야 이게? 여기 뭐 이걸 사용하거나 뭐 그런 건 없는 것 같네? 오늘은 일단 자볼까? 여기가
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello. I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
What do you have for sale?
혹시 회복
What
물약
can I help you with today?
파나요? 100원? 야씨, 좀 비싼데?
I hope to see you again sometime.
Wonder who lives here.
오, 완전 이득. 이제 돌아가면 되는 건가? 회사래. 학교로 돌아가야겠다. 여기도 미니 퀘스트 맞네. 나중에 주 그거 스토리 쫙 밀고 여기 와야겠다 또. 이거 하면은 못 돌아가나? 호그와트.